That's where I'm gonna go. That's west.
Fort Kearney. Here it is, the wooden barricade. All right, here we are coming upon Fort Kearney. Fort Kearney is, it's pretty empty now. There's not much here to it. All right, here's our Oregon Trail map. I am there at Fort Kearney. I've got all that still to go. Well, to be honest, I'm a little disappointed here in Fort Kearney. There's 3 buildings that you could go into, all reconstructed, but there's just a lack of history here. Like, I don't know what happened to all the original buildings. Did they burn down or get destroyed or something? I don't know. There's also very, very little information about the Oregon Trail. There's a little bit about the Indian Wars, but nothing, almost nothing about the Oregon Trail. Granted, the visitor center was closed today, so that could have illumined me a little bit more about more information, perhaps. But overall, not much to see and do here. I might have spent half an hour, maybe, if that. But it's okay. Fort Kearney. Here before you is the Platte River. The Platte River was followed by the pioneers through lots of Nebraska and some of Wyoming as well. The Platte is a very strange river. It was described as unlike any other river ever seen in the East. And that is true. I also think it's a really weird river. It's really flat. It flows quickly, but it just comes out of nowhere. There is little to no bank all along the river. In the East, we're used to the rivers carving gorges and trenches through the land. Not here with the Platte. The Platte's just flat. You're strolling across and all of a sudden there's this water that comes out of nowhere. But it's a very unique river. It's also got a lot of islands in the middle of the Platte, and it kind of ribbons around and branches off and comes back together in places. But this is the Platte River right here. All right, so I'm still on the wrong side of the river. But the first of the big rock formations that the pioneers would come to are these guys. Jailhouse Rock on the left and Courthouse Rock there on the right. Alright, so here they are up close. Here is Jailhouse Rock, and here's Courthouse Rock, also known as Castle Rock or Temple Rock, depending on what kind of building you're thinking of. These are a lot bigger than I thought, and I'm excited because there's paths and such to get up to them. Chimney Rock, which is the more classically known rock formation in the area, which I might be able to see here before too long. I heard you can't get close to it at all, but these you definitely can. So I'm gonna hike around a little bit. Also, once again, the ground is pretty silty, you know, kind of sandy. Whoa. And there are massive dandelion things, whatever those are. I don't even know anymore. All right, let's go. So, it's really windy out here, and because of that, there was a man who had the idea to build a wind-powered wagon. It'd be a wagon with a big sail on it, and he created it and tried it out. The problem was it went about 15 miles per hour, which you might say, that's great, 15 miles an hour? That's how much they'd go in a day. Which is true. But however, the 15-mile-per-hour wagon going across this prairie would not turn out very well. The first big test run, it got going too fast and they couldn't stop and it crashed. The ground needs to be pretty flat and pretty nice for a wooden and metal cart to go 15 miles per hour, especially if you can't get it to stop. Also, right there, that's the Platte River, that line of trees. This is Courthouse Rock, which means all the Oregon trailers would be passing through this plain that we see here before us. Up to 4,000 in 1 year. I just imagine if I could be able to see, you know, a wagon train just going across, it'd probably be visible, but something that gets pretty far away. I can see these tiny cows in the distance in places. Maybe you can too on the camera. But it's just kind of special to think about how this tract of land right here is where they pass. Chimney Rock. Here it is. So we're in western Nebraska, the home of Chimney Rock. Chimney Rock is a very unique rock formation that pioneers saw along the Oregon Trail. This is about as close as you can get to Chimney Rock. We're at a cemetery down a gravel road. This is as close as you can get to it. Chimney Rock is a very unique rock formation, obviously, just because of how it was formed. There's some volcanic activity and some erosion stuff, and I'm not even completely sure how it was formed, but it was formed uniquely. There's sandstone at the top of it, but a lot of it's just made of clay. And the worst part is it's slowly eroding more and more due to wind and rain. Back during the Civil War, they used it as artillery practice. Lightning struck it back in 1992, and there's video footage of a piece falling off of Chimney Rock. So it's getting smaller slowly as it erodes. It's still pretty impressive today though, even though artist pictures from Oregon Trail days had it taller and more rectangular. So it's losing some, but that's okay. That's history, I guess. And that's how history works. Well, like most things, Chimney Rock gets bigger when you get closer to it. Did here. Also, Chimney Rock is about the 1/3 of the way point marker. I've gone about 1/3 of the Oregon Trail here at Chimney Rock. About 500 miles, a little over. I've got a little over 1,000 to go. So that's nice. And look, you found some wild berries on the trail and 10 pounds of food.